Good afternoon. Gosh, where do these weeks go? It's been a busy one. It certainly has. And again, thank you everybody for your support and for keeping us going during this crazy crafting time. So yeah, here we are. Tile number 210. Goodness me. And what do I have with me today? Okay, I've got a tile. I have inked it, but I'll turn that over in a minute and I'll show you what I've sort of done with that. And then, of course, I've got some coloured pencils with me. I've got a regular pen pencil torty yarn, and I've got my white chalky pencil. Just a little bit of a heads up about your white chalky pencils. They are very, very soft and very sort of brittle. If you want to sharpen these, they're brilliant, but you do need to sharpen it carefully. And my advice would be to put them in the freezer first so it hardens up a little bit, and then move the sharpener and not your pencil. I do actually use a Derwent pastel pencil sharpener to sharpen mine, so keep it nice and gentle and you'll be fine with them, but that's enough of that. So okay, let's have a look then. I'm just going to turn over, and I've got a really lovely sort of subtle design today, and I've just inked it. I've not put any salt on. I've just actually used some new brush markers, and I've added a little bit of water, spritzed it all together, and then literally dunked my tile in it and left it to dry naturally. So you think I have used black and a lot of other different colours as well. It's quite nice. It feels nice too. So okay, are we ready? Are we ready for this? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in with pen. I did sort of wonder whether to use a bit of pencil and a bit of pen as well, but no, I'm going to go in. I'm going to do it straight with pen. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, what could possibly happen? What could possibly happen? All right, I'm just going to move my pencils out of the way for a minute. There we go. And all right, I've got this sort of darker colour here, and I'm going to see how that's dripped. It's lovely. So I'm going to use this as the base. Okay, so I'm going to just sort of turn it this way because I want to draw here to give myself a different sort of tangle going on there. So that's where we're going to start. All right, you ready for this? Deep breath. All right, all's good. Now you want a little bit of space here, so you don't want to be sort of too far up here. And if you want to watch me first, I'll go ahead and I'll draw something, and then you can take it from there afterwards, okay? So I'm going to go from about here, and I'm going to create a little bit of an oval, but I'm not going to close the oval. Okay, like a letter C, isn't it? There we go. Remember, this is going to be the bottom, so there it is. There's my little sort of C there. Okay, so if I just sort of zoom in a little bit. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around this way, and I'm going to create a aura. See around the top there, but then it's coming back to nothing there. And then I'm going to do another. Right, and then another. Now because it's getting really close to the end there, it's fine. It's oh, thanks Joe. Yeah, I've not managed to get to all my messages yet, but I'll have a look. Yeah, I've had a good tidy up today. It's a bit messy, but we're getting there. We've had some new deliveries of stuff, as you know, so we've got to find the place to put them. Okay. So I think with that in mind, I've done this. I'm going to come on in and see if I can find my brush down there. Hang on. Or have I got an 8? That's fine too. I can use an 08. And I'm just going to fill in the, which one shall I do? I'm not going to fill that first one in. I'm going to fill this next one in here. Okay. There we go. So let's some ink down on there. Oh, this is quite nice. If you want to sort of change the shape a little bit, you can do that. Because you can just sort of come in and add a little bit more to it if you need to. There we go. Oh, thanks, Joe. I will get to it. I know that I'm getting messages from 2 different sort of places, and I know that one of them I do read a lot, and the other one I sort of come across it and think, my goodness me, I've not I've not answered this message, so I do apologise. I don't know why they're going to do different places, but they are, so I'll sort it out. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, yeah, no. Good, hope you are feeling a bit better soon. Okay, see, we got that there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to do another one of those on this side, but I sort of want it going this way. So if I bring it slightly up, if I just zoom out a bit so you can see where I'm working, there you go. I'm going to do it here. So let's start about there. Okay, so same sort of thing as before. I've got that little C. And again, I'm just going to do that sort of aura around there, coming back to the points. And then, oh, Kath. If I think on when I receive it, I will take your photo. But, never mind. I do that all the time, and then we think, oh, goodness me, should have took a photo. There we are. See, so I've sort of got them going in opposite ways there. And again, coming on in, I'm going to just sort of fill in. I'm going to ignore that one for now. I'm just going to start my coloured stripes this side. Okay. Of course, you don't have to do this in black. You could use a different coloured fine liner and fill them in that way. It's entirely up to you. I'm going in with the black for now. I'm going to bring some colour in, but not all over the place today. I'm just going to control it. There we go. And then one there. Alright, let's have a look at that. Alright, so I've got that kind of thing going on. Okay, back to, actually I think before I go back to that, I'm going to bring in my pencil. I'm just going to start, create a line, sort of here, coming down and over. And a little aura there, down and over. Okay, and that's a bit weird. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's not a new one. I've started it ages ago, and I've just not got around anything to do. But it's a lovely piece because it's got this lovely line down it. So yeah. Okay. So all right, now we've got that one in pencil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a line from here. Let's have a look then. I'm going to sort of wobble it a bit, but when I get to this line here, I'm just going to stop. And then I'm going to bring it as though it's going underneath and back into there. And then let's take another line, not too narrow. We want to see this one. I'm going to stop when it gets there. And then I'm going to bring it along again and back into here. Okay. So let's do another. I'm going to come from this side here. I want to sort of twist them up a little bit. You see, like that. And then when I get to here, I'm actually going to go over it. And then see there, going to go under to there. And let's follow that on again. So from there along, and I'm going to go over like the last one. And back in. And down. Okay, so we've got that kind of thing going on. Alright. So let's put another one in. It's going to go from here. Let's go down this way this time. Now, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go over again. And let's take it in to there. And then another line. And along. And into this one. Okay, so we've got kind of thing. So let's do another. I'm going to do it this side actually. Just change it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in there. I see this time I think, shall I? Yeah, I'm going to go underneath that. You can choose. We just want a little bit of a change, I think, from one to the other. Just keeps you guessing a little bit, doesn't it? As to where it's all gonna end up. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Okay, I think I'm gonna get another one in. So let's go from, yeah, it's gonna go from here and along. And I think this one, I'm gonna go over. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. If you want to go over all or under all, it doesn't matter. It's just going to give me a little variation. Okay, so I can now go ahead and I can sort of join up. See that letter C there? Just now I've got those lines in. Just got to be careful so you know where you're going with them. See that one? Yeah, it's going to be a bit there. Okay, so I'm going to come back in with my thicker pen. There we go. And let's go on a little bit larger. And I'm going to fill in those special little bits. Okay, and then same here. You see, just sort of filling in those little gaps. And you see where I've got sort of, looks a little rough, I can come in with my regular little fine liner and I can just sort of neaten it up if I need to. There you go, another one sort of there. Alright. Let's sort of work on this side as well. And again, just sort of focus on where those gaps are. So you don't want to sort of go over your little strands that you've drawn in. Maybe that one was, but yeah. Do as I say, not as I do, eh? Oh dear. There we are. Okay. Cat back on that one. Alright. Now, just sort of neaten that up a little bit. And along we go. Okay, let's see. Alright, so let's just have a little look now. See how that sort of looks like it's going in and under now, doesn't it? So then what I'll do, I'm going to come up here. I'm not going to draw this line in yet. I'm just going to work across the top a little bit. Let's go in a bit more. So I'm going to create sort of a little oval shape. Again, you might just want to watch what I'm doing here before you decide whether you want to draw it in pencil first or going to go in pen. There we go. And I'm just going to draw these lines all the way around. See, just sort of. You can split the space up if you like, but if not, you can go completely all the way around and do that kind of thing. All right. And then I'm going to come from about, not from the top, but not just above halfway maybe. And I'm going to bring in a large bubble. Ooh, look at that. Okay. And then my sort of little stalk here, I'm going to come on in now and then go on over and under wherever it feels it's sort of had to go. Okay. And then of course this bit here, I'm just going to round it off at the bottom, just a touch. Okay, let's have a look at that. Look at that. Oh. All right, so let's do another one of those. Going to bring one in. Let's have a look. Yeah, going to do one. Going to do one here. So I'm going to start with that sort of ovally shape first. I think, yeah. I mean, we could actually bring extra bits out here, and we could. You could even, bring out a little lines there that can Just sort of draw in a little zigzag on the bottom. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's a good job really, because I've done it in pen. There you go. Let's see. Let's do this one. Okay. There we are. And again with lines. I don't know. I mean, I can relate to what you're saying there. Sometimes you do. You've got all this craft stuff and we get a bit overwhelmed with what we're doing. There's so many things going on and you want to try stuff but you don't have the time. And sort of the inclination really, but sometimes that's perhaps worth just going back to basics. I'm not saying just, you know, for this craft, but for any craft, go back to basics and maybe, you know, just pull out a picture and matte and layer and just keep it really basic, or just sort of work with a pencil or try a little bit of colouring or something. See, so here I'm just gonna see that I've got little sort of zigzags. It's taking it up there and just gonna fill that bit in. Okay. There we go. Let's I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna put one in here. So again, little oval as before. Vicky, yes, there are new things coming on the 1st of February. You've already guessed one of them. I'm sure you have. There are some new pens. And there's a new stencil coming too. So. There we go. Now again, you see, notice that I actually put the stem in before I put the little sort of shape at the bottom there. It's nice to focus on one bit at a time. Keep it simple. Go around that bottom a little bit. Okay. And then again, let's just sort of add in a little shape at the bottom. Again, you don't have to. You could leave it if you want. Just going to bring that in. Okay. So now you've got to decide as to, you know, we've got 3 quite obvious ones there. Do you want to bring another one in? Do you want to leave it? Do you want to add more? It completely depends on your tile and where you've positioned little pods there. So it's always nice to sort of think about it. You don't have to put in as many as I do. It's entirely up to you. Okay. And again, like sort of bringing in a lovely little bubble shape. I'm going to bring this one sort of down here. Just sort of let it go its own way. And then follow it through with that little line. Okay, and then just sort of round the bottom off. And there we go. Just fill in those little bits there. Okay. So again, you could keep adding more of these if you want to, but I want to add some different extra bits and pieces. So let's sort of see where this is going. So I've got a bit of a line, I've got some space here, so I'm going to bring a line up here. It's going along. And then we're going to start with a wobble, see? Quite narrow, and then it's going to get a little bit wider and down. And then here I can just sort of follow or filter that through. And I'm going to take it to a point. Okay. Well, let's do that again. Let's try a different side this time. I'm going to come from here, look. I'm going to go up, underneath, underneath. And then along and around. See, it gets a bit wider as I'm going down there. So you're going to get, no, I'm going to leave that bit, it's going to get a bit narrower there. You see, just sort of following it, and then it's going to come down and sort of in to a bit of a point. Oh, hey Lindsay. Nice to speak to you again. Seems ages ago since we did that class now, doesn't it? It was only the other week. Doesn't time fly? That's a good point actually, because if you're up for doing a class, I have put some more dates and some tickets on my website, and I've put on some Saturday, Sundays. I've also put on some half days, and if anybody thinks, oh, I'd love to do it but not so sure, I've actually put in some taster sessions. So I think again that's for the 29th of February. So it'd be sort of some, you know, just an hour session just to come and have a go and see if you like it. I know for some of you it's a little bit far, but you know, there are some of you that do live quite close. So if you're thinking, I'm not sure about doing a full day, but I'd like to do a half day, or you know, just come and try it, then please have a look. Let's see if the dates are going to suit. Okay, see, I'm just putting some more of these lovely little leaves in there. Okay. There we are. Oh, Nadia, that's great. It's keeping you occupied, isn't it? Keeping you out of trouble. I was going to put one sort of hanging here. Like, you see how they just sort of, they start to sort of blend into one, and you get these lovely little swirls. So look how those two cross over together. It's lovely, isn't it? I think I'm not going to overdo it today. I'm not going to put loads on. So let's bring in a little bit of a flourish. I'm going to put a little line. Ruth, I think so, unless I've got my calendar wrong. Oh, now you're making me second guess. I'm going to have to check that. Absolutely. Let's just have a look at February. I don't actually have my diary with me. February 2022 page. Let's do a quick check on that. Okay, so I'm just going to bring out another one. Another. And another. See how it sort of grows. Again. And then these little sort of segments at the top there. There we are. Just sort of adding them across the top there. Okay, now you can add as many or as few of these as you like. So again, I'm just going to sort of bring that one underneath, so it looks like we've got something coming on there. There we are. Yeah. Oh no, it isn't. February 28th, so it'll be March the 1st, won't it? Oh, I'll make an amendment. It's the last Tuesday in February anyway. I'll go and make an amendment. But thank you for bringing that up and sorting me out. Okay. All right. There we go. So I've got quite a few sort of dangling in there. That's because, Lindsay, because I actually did it and I didn't have my diary in front of me, so I don't know where I got it from. That's okay, I'll make the amendment. So it'll be March. Oh, do you know? It's because my Alf wasn't there PAing, sorting me out. I have no idea what day it is. Joe, I think I'll move it. It'll probably be the... Yeah. I'll sort it out. Don't worry about it. I know, Leslie, I'm causing trouble all over the place. Look at me. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. Because Leslie says we're having lunch early today because you've got a Tangle live session. But I know I'm doing that, so... Absolutely. This is what happens, see, when you free your Alf. You know, you have to get days off and all sorts. Okay, I'm going to just put another one in there. No, she deserves it. She works hard. There we are. Okay. So let's bring a little bit of shade into this and see where that leads us. I think before I do, I'm going to bring in my my 08 pen. Yes, I know. And I'm just going to fill those little gaps in there, those little ovals in the middle, just with my ink there. There we go. And that one. There you go. Alright, quite a lot of drama now. Look how that changes because of that. It's lovely. Susan, I don't know if I can. I don't know if once you've given them a sock, you can actually take it back. I don't know. Perhaps I should go back and look at my manual, shouldn't I, and see what's going on. Okay, pencil then. No Viv, no brew today. No brew. My cup is empty. Not even John here. He left me to go and do something else. No, completely on my own today, but that's okay. Alright, see, I've just put some pencil either side there. Oh, I think Dobby's out today as well. I think John mentioned having to go, to the shops, and Dobby was like, yeah, I'm up for that. So I think he's stowed away in John's car. He's probably causing havoc at Meadowhall at the food court. There you go. Again, both sides of this one. And let's just sort of then bring a little bit of pencil out on these ones here. You see where I've got a one here that sort of goes underneath? Just going to add a little bit of pencil there too. So if they sort of wander a little bit underneath, just add a little bit, and then of course just a bit on those. And then let's just check anything going sort of underneath. It's got a bit of pencil on it. Okay. Leslie, I never said anything. A little bit, see, under the stems. There we go. Okay. And let's have a look at these little leaf shapes. So I'm going to just bring some pencil in just on the side, a bit more down the bottom here, you see? And then, see, just across the top, like so. And then just sort of finding the ones from before. So along the top edge. And then just sort of a little bit down the bottom there. Oh, she is. Leslie's always missed. She is. She's like a whirlwind, like a ray of sunshine coming through. The door bursts open in the morning. Oh. Especially when she says, shall I put the kettle on? That actually makes my day. Oh yeah, I missed that today. Alright, I'm going to come in with my tortillon then. And again, let's just sort of go in a little bit larger. I'm going to start with these lovely shapes here. So again, just going to sort of swirl in. And because they're quite large, I think you can actually get in some nice sort of blending going on. But what I really want you to do is just try and leave a little bit of a gap in the middle. So you're going to work from both sides, but leave that gap in the middle. There you go. Right, so I can pull that in a bit more. So you see you're getting this sort of natural highlight coming through there. Okay, nice. Just going to go and soften that edge a little bit more. Sam, that makeup flask. Good idea. To be honest, we don't actually have to boil the kettle here. There's a boiler, and all I've got to do is actually put a tea bag in my cup and pour some water. So I think I can manage that. Okay, so again, look, I've left that little bit of a gap in the middle there. There we go. And then let's work our way along these edges. Oh, Viv, thank you. It's nice to know that my tiles are a little bit different and hopefully a little bit unpredictable. Because of course, when we've done quite a few now, it gets tricky sometimes to do something a little bit different. So it's nice that you're still enjoying them. Oh, that could be John. Which means the kettle could be about to go on. Maybe it is John. It is. John's in the house, everybody. Woohoo! That means I'm going to get a cup of tea. Okay. You see how I've just softened off all the edges just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So let's just sort of soften the edges there. You know, just sort of trying to leave a little bit on the edges light if I can. And then just working my way along the edge there. And just sort of working it out a little bit. There we go. And of course, you know, just sort of working my way along some of these little stems at the same time. See, there's enough graphite on your tortillon just to add a little bit. Oh, thank you, Bernadette. Oh, Vera, no, I'm always pleased to see John. You know, I'm going to make his day. I'm going to tell him that our meter's finally been read. It's only taken them 6 months. So, there we go. And again, see, just, you know, working my way sort of systematically around each one of these little leaves. And down along this one. There we are. And then into this one here. There we go. Okay, oh, not forgetting this one. Alright, so just have a quick look at that. I'm just going to lift it slightly, I think. Let's just see where it's headed. There we go. So we've got sort of our shading in and our graphite bits in. There we go. Just going to try and hold my stand up there. It's wonky a little bit today. That's okay. So I'm just going to bring my white chalky pencil in just for starters. And of course it needs that line straight through that highlight. Okay, I'm not going to shade it or anything there. I just want it completely sort of, there we go, through that highlight. And then of course this one here, same as before, into that one. I'm also going to add just a little bit on the edge of these leaves there. So it just brings out the light. Because I've inked the tile, I know it's a regular cream one, but because I've inked it, it just means that I can get some of that white showing off there. Okay, and then maybe just a little bit on to sort of like roots kind of design. Okay, so that's our starting point. So I'm just going to bring in, let's going to go with a sort of bright yellowy coloured pencil, and I'm just going to add some yellow just to these little shapes here, And again, you could use whatever colour you like. I think it's nice to have a bit of brightness against the sort of that colour in the background there. And I'm not going to worry about blending it or anything like that. I'm just going to work my way around. Sort of put a bit of colour in. Okay, so there we are so far. So I'm going to bring in, I've got a couple of reds and an orange. We'll start with a dark red. I'm going to pick, I'm going to go with this one, I think. I'm just going to add a bit of red. Now I know we've mentioned before about building up colours in layers, but when you're working on something that's quite small, you can sort of get away with doing a few less. You see I'm bringing in a lighter red now. Just pressing on as I'm going. And then my choices, I could go down the orange route or I could go into the pinks. So I'm going to go orange. There we go. Alright, so you see it just needs a little bit more red, I would say. Oh, pencil in the kit there. Let's go back over that red and just sort of work it in a little bit more. There we go. Okay, like this. And let's do, I'll go with a purple one, I think. So I've got quite a dark purple there. Again, you could do these all the same colour if you want to. You could add a bit of purple there as well. See, it just gives it a bit of shadow. There we are. Just work that in a bit. And a bit of a lighter purple. Now you see there we've got sort of magenta and a purple mixed. It'll go. Just have to work a little bit harder with it. I'm going to go over the top of it all. See? And bring in purple again. They sort of, you know, because one's got more red in it, one's got more blue in it. But they sort themselves out. At least you know these are coloured pencils. I have got some pastels coming on the other channel. I think I'm going to do some demoing on there in February time. But yeah. Okay, a bit of blue. Again, just because a bit of blue in there. And, see, I noticed that I'm starting with the darker colour. I'm always going in the same sort of section, so I've done that bottom right every time, and then sort of work slightly lighter coming round. Just sort of works that way, gives it a little bit of a sense of depth and things. See, so you see there I've almost got a little highlight, but then what I'll do is I've got sort of a bluey green. Add a bit of a bluey green in there. A bit of a light in there. And I'm going to bring the purple in, just a touch of shadow. Maybe a touch there too. So, choice for the last one. I'll go green. But again, say you could do them all the same colour if you want. So I don't want this too dark a green, so let's work it round. Again, just take your time with it, but I'm just going to go in and sort of blend it on as I'm going, really. It's nice to sort of give it a bit of colour. Again, if you wanted to, you could just do this with just your regular microns pens and shade it as normal. You don't need to add colour if you don't want to. There we go. So I'm just going to bring in just a touch of red. Again, I'm just going to add just a little bit. It's on the bottom points, you see there, of each one of these little sort of flower shapes. There we go, nothing too crazy. I'm not even trying to blend it, I'm just sort of adding a touch. So I'm going to go and bring in my black pen, or pencil. Was that a navy? That looks more navy. I'm going to go with this one, that looks black. Here we go, bit of black. I'm just going to come in, you know where I've done the pencil, just going to bring just a little bit of black on those corners there. Okay. And of course the same on this side. Let's have a look. Alright. You see how it just sort of adds that sort of finishing touch, really. So let's do the same on this side. Sort of going in and a little bit in there. So I'm not sort of blending it in as such, I'm just sort of adding a little bit more depth on that edge. And then sort of last thing, back in with my pencil. Just going to add a little bit of pencil on the, just on one side of those little shapes. Soften it off a little bit. Okay. And then back in with that white pencil. I'm just going to draw in those little highlights. So let's have a look at that. All right. So I think yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit more pencil, just sort of this bottom edge here. Just going to come over. See, just sort of over some of those at the bottom there. Just work it underneath. You see just where they sort of overlap. And bring in the little bits of shadow underneath there. Okay. So look at that. Oh, see, that gives it a little bit more that we need there, doesn't it? You know, just to sort of, there we go, work it in. So very different, not as busy as some of them that we've done, and not as time consuming. Of course, it's, you know, it's not been too long, this one, but entirely what you want to do with it. So last thing then, just a signature. So okay, where are we going to put it? Let's have a look. Just going to add it. Yeah, I'm just going to put it down this corner here. There we go. So there we go. It's tile 210, and goodness me, a little bit of colour, just a little bit of the blackness there just brings it to life, and yeah, it's a little bit unusual. So actually I quite see this, you know, being part of a little motif or something, or a bit longer and a few more on a card. It's going to look lovely. So yeah, see how you go with it. Absolutely. Have a bit of fun with it. Try a few colours and just have fun. Yes, Vicky, they will. I've just got to work on terms and conditions, because obviously moving over to a different store, you've got to sort of look at that. But yes, I will be putting stuff on my website. I'm actually in the process of having a new website created, so hopefully it's going to be a little bit easier for you to find and for you to navigate a little bit. So I'm on the case. I've got a few things going on, and we're going to see how it goes. But I'll keep you informed as and when. Sam, I'm on TV next on the 1st of Feb. I'll still be on Create and Craft TV channel. So same as ever. That's where I've got some new pens and a new stencil. And then we'll go from there. All right. So take care, everybody. Have a lovely day, what's left of it. And if you can, I will see you for 211 back here on Friday. All right then. Bye.